What's up, YouTube? It's been a while. Been busy. It's May 15th. It's starting to heat up here in Jersey. Some days it's been 80 degrees. Other days it's been 70s, 60s at night, even 50s. People have been going back and forth with the heat and AC. But that being said, we have the initial wave of calls for no ACs, and I've been doing a lot of installs. It's just the beginning of the season, and we've been working pretty hard, as sure as everybody else has, and stay safe. On this call, about last week, early last week, one of the junior techs gave me a call saying that AC was tripping the breaker inside. Now, this is in a community that we do a lot of work for, and they have apartments with package units in a closet outside on the balcony or porch. The Magic Packs, the gas-fired R22, probably about 12 years old, maybe a little older. This building was one of the first buildings built. So he diagnosed that the compressor was bad. So my boss wanted me to come over here just to double check it afterwards, a day or so later. And I used a mega ohm meter, and across all three leads it was bad. 3 strikes, you're out. It being R22, the age and how difficult it is to probably find a compressor to fit that and do all that work, the customer elected to replace the entire unit. These units, I'll show a picture. They can be a little bit tricky to get in and out. The ductwork, they used a lot of that gray cement, whatever you call it, and it's very difficult to get that stuff apart and get that unit out. I'm gonna have a couple guys come over here and give me a hand physically to move the old one out and the new one in. But once you get the supply and the return off the top and the new one in and connected, it's a piece of cake. It's low voltage, high voltage, simple little condensate line and gas line. It all matches up. It's the exact same unit that's going back in, but it's 410A. So I'll take you along with me as much as I can. That's if the customers aren't over our backs and things like that. But I want to be respectful with them. So other than that, I'll take you on. Alright, so here's the unit I'm talking about. Model and serial. Top components, the blower. The controls are right here. Then you can see the coil. Then you got the heating aspect. And the coil right here, and then downstairs, the lower compartment, is the compressor, fan on top, and obviously the coil. So you got your little drain right there, got your gas pipe, electrical, low voltage. All these units have these fire dampers on the supply and return, which have a fusible link, and if that link gets too hot and melts, I forget what degree we have in here, like 180 or 208 or something like that, the damper will close. That way fire doesn't spread throughout the building. And each return and supply in the ceiling, they have them 2 inside there, and then the return has one, return in there, and return in each bedroom. Everything has one. But these are very common to break, and then people call and say, well, my air conditioner's not working, my heat's not working, and I'm not feeling anything, and it's actually the supplier to return that damper that broke. And they can be a pain to get up in there, hold that shut while you replace that fusible link. Another thing that happens is sometimes when they shut and the heat continues to run, let's say it's on a supply, the ductwork gets so hot, and this has been a rare occurrence, but it has happened. It got so hot in here that it was a different setup. The ductwork was a little bit closer, but it broke the sprinkler system, 3rd floor, and flooded the 2 units below it. So it had to replace 3 units because of one of the dampers breaking and overheating. But so this is this. Oh, this is part of the link right here. Look at that. That's an old one. It's half of it. Let's see, that broke. But this is the gray stuff that I'm telling you about. It's hard to get off. There is some flexible duct up here, and there may be some right there. Actually, it's right here. Sorry. So what we'll probably end up doing is taking it apart here. Probably leave this one in place because that's so big. I'm not going to be able to keep that in place and move it out from this doorway. Well, we'll get her done. It's supposed to be in 88, almost 90 degrees today. It looks beautiful, but a major thunderstorm is coming this afternoon. But we are covered in the balcony area, so it doesn't matter. We can do it in the rain or shine. Took the covers off so you guys can see, but the blower, the electric, the coil, and you can see the dampers that I was telling you about up there. Yeah, pretty nasty. Replace a lot of these. They start to get loud. Electronic ignition. So to drain on these, here's the pan. Just drains down into here. This fills up, has a little channel. Just goes right through there.
What, if somebody's damper break?
It looks like theirs was broken or got changed at one time.
Oh, that's why this is lying on the ground?
It was on top before.
Oh. Yeah, they all right?
They're open now.
Well, this would be the time to change it.
You know what, you're right. If they're not 212.
I mean, you have a long,
We're asking the customer right now if they ever change these dampers to the higher temp ones, because this would be the easiest, simplest time to do it right now. But obviously there's a little nest in here.
I'm just trying to figure it out, because if they weren't, we're going to do them now while we're doing this. You know? Well, but if you think so, then... Because there's... I doubt it's just that. I mean...
2 days.
That's how packed that thing is. There's no air coming from it.
None. That is so packed. Woo!
Garbage can. What garbage can? Well, you had the one in Justin's pocket. You just throw it out there?
Yep. Alright, so we got the heat going. It's 80 degrees inside, but before I put the air on, and I got the gas hooked up, obviously. Electric, low voltage, high voltage. The ductwork is all screwed in and sealed, resealed. What I like to do is leave these off and run the heat first, get all the burn off, blow it out here, out inside the customer's house. Then I'll cycle the heat off, pipe this up real quick. Probably gonna throw an easy trap in. I like them. There's a new requirement here that every year they have to have a licensed service company come out and blow these lines out as well as get the AC and the heat checked annually. So with the Easy Trap, it would be easy to clear and blow out, things like that. Probably going to put a union in as well. We're almost done.